Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel for this week's pickups. We haven't picked up so many this week, a few Wii games, and I've also picked up a 3DS game which was on for a fantastic price. So that's what we've got to show you today. Keep watching the channel for more things coming shortly. We have the final bit of the walkthrough for Monday and Wednesday for next week. Where I take on Darkland. Please tune in to that one. I'm sure you will enjoy it. It will definitely get a few laughs, and let me know down in the comments how many lives I have left. So on to this week's pickups. So we've just got the 3 Wii games. First we have Smiley World Island Challenge. Not seen this one come up very often. Another European release, and it says to explore a desert island with Smiley and his friends, awash with dangers and treasures aplenty, with 14 action-packed challenges to earn medals and win the Smiley Trophy. So yeah, it looks like another animated game where you play loads of puzzles and things to complete the challenges. That's a 2-player game. Not seen that one come up very often. That's the first one. So our second one, the second one in the series of it. The first one was Sim Animals. This one is Sim Animals Africa. So another one in the set. 1-player game, this one. Done by EA. It says tame exotic animals in the wild, discover animals' secret abilities, and solve challenges to unlock items, animals, and levels. So yeah, look forward to giving that one a go. So the next one, this one was never released in the UK. In my hunt for completing the full set, it does mean that I'll have to pick up a few European based games that weren't released in the UK, and there is quite a few of them out there. This one was released in Spain. It's another singing one, and it is 40 Principales Karaoke Party. So it's got a few, it's got 40 songs on this one, and they are all in Spanish. There's a few American English songs. You've got Lady Gaga, Bruno Mars, you've got Coldplay, Icona Pop, I love it, Pharrell Williams, Passenger, One Republic. So you've got a few different ones on there, but this one was only released in Spanish territories, so it never came to the UK. So I picked this one up off Vinted again for a really great price. There's a second one to go in this little set, and yeah, they don't come up very often, so when I saw it come up, I jumped on the chance to get that one. Definitely easier picking them up on Vinted than having to either go over to Europe or search through eBay for these sort of games. It's not one that was originally on my list, so I wasn't actually aware of the game. So when it came up, I was like, "Ooh, I've not seen that one." I had to do a bit of research into it, and there was a few that are on my list or wasn't on my list that I've since added. So I am building that complete set list as I go for some of it, and finding games like that popping up. There's a few other games that are currently on Vinted at the moment that I've got loved on my likes to potentially pick up as well. So the next one, so my brother, he picks up, he's going for I believe he's going for a full set of 3DS games at the moment. He's picking up a few all the time. And so I've been looking out a few for him as well. And there was one game that he picked, or I found, it popped up for £5, and it's a £22 game. So I messaged him, said, "Oh, this one's come up, do you need it?" And He said, yeah, I need it. I need one of the other ones that this seller was selling. So he managed to pick that one and another one up as well to add to his set. But a few days later, the same game came up even cheaper. And so this £22 game I got for just £3. I bought it straight away. It doesn't, unfortunately, it doesn't have the manual. So there is no manual. So that is something that we may have to get down later down the line. So that's a bit of a shame. But to pick up a £22 game for £3, you can't really go wrong. And that is a Pokemon Art Academy. So I've got quite a few of the Pokemon main series. I actually have them just down in front of me. Pokemon X, Pokemon Sun, Pokemon Ultra Moon. So I've got a few. So this one will be added to the set. So I haven't added a 3DS game for quite some time, bar that Frozen Olaf's game that my brother sent my way. So it's another one added to the set. And then the last bit, a little bit different. I don't know if anyone else collects these. The Retro Gamer magazines. I think they're fantastic to read. And they've got some real great things in the books or in the magazines about some of the older games. And I've subscribed to the Retro Gamer, and I get them in the post sent to me rather than having to pick them up from the shop, and that saves me a bit of money. But the one thing that really, for me, is there's one bit in the back of the magazine, Collector's Corner. So this is where people send or talk about their own collections and get their own double page spread in the magazine. And I have spoken to the lady who does all the write-ups for the Retro Corner, and stay on the lookout. You may see my collection in one of these magazines at some point. So it's something that I really always wanted to do, to be in the Retro Gamer magazine. I've got quite a few of them now. This one is issue 283. I think I started around 200, so there's a lot that I don't have. But they come, if you order the magazine, you get loads of different extra bits sometimes. You've got the Amiga 500 Mini Companion that's come with this one this week. I've just opened it up on one of my favourite games, Cannon Fodder. Fantastic game. So all about the Amiga Mini. And another one, I've just turned another page. Another absolute superb game. Sensible World of Soccer. 2 unbelievable games for the Amiga. So yeah, it's a bit about each Amiga game and the making of them. So yeah, I'm looking forward to giving that one a good read. And then this week, or this month, we also got, depends on what you would like, you've got Samus, or you also have a Zelda as Link in the middle fighting. So I'm never a big fan of either of these two games. That, could surprise a lot of people. I was never a Zelda person growing up. I never really got into Metroid, and but I think I've got a few of those games now for the Wii U and the Wii, and I will get a few more as my collection grows. But some great knickknacks to add to your games rooms with that magazine. And as I said, hopefully, fingers crossed, that I could be in that Retro Gamer magazine shortly. So it's Faith Johnson who's the one who does all the write-ups for Retro Corner, and she messaged on one of the Retro Gaming pages asking for anyone who wanted to show off their collection. And I've always seen her come up a few times, and my games room was never really quite ready to show it off. But over the last couple of months, it's got to a place where I was happy for it to potentially go into the magazine and show off what I've got. And that's exactly what I did. So she sent over some questions. I wrote down some my answers to all those questions and sent her over some photos of parts of my collection or my whole collection, and I sent her over to her, and she said to stay tuned and watch out for a potential my collection of being in Retro Corner shortly. So I'm really looking forward to that. It's something I've always dreamed of being in one at one point. There was there's another or a few other YouTubers that I watch, and they've been in Retro Corner, Retro Ghetto being one of them. Shout out to you, Callum. Love your channel. It's really it's given me the inspiration to do what I'm doing now. And the Gebs24, Gemma, I watch you two all the time, and when your videos come up, I'm watching them straight away, and it's really given me well, giving me the joy of getting back into gaming and growing my collection and doing what you guys do. And obviously down in Cornwall we're a little bit more isolated, but I do plan in the future to venture out, venture a few more places. Looking at going to Newquay and possibly Taunton, just outside of Cornwall, so into Devon. I've got other places that we can go, like Plymouth and Exeter. So stay tuned to the channel, and hopefully you can come along for the journey and you can see what I pick up in those videos. And thank you again for tuning in to all my videos. Stay tuned for the videos for the murals behind me. We've got one coming up after our walkthrough of Darkland. And leave any comments below, hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. I know my viewings are very steady at the moment, and hopefully that I will start to grow over the next few months. So hit the subscribe button if you haven't. It really means a lot. And as always, don't forget to create your world of gaming.